Hi, everyone. We're starting a Facebook Live a little earlier than we normally do. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for western Benton County, also northwestern Washington County. This storm is cranked up pretty good, Zach, and the potential for strong winds going to be there. So let's take a look at it. Plus, we have a new tornado watch that's been issued. It's lights out here. Just give us a little light on the. Let's shed a little light on the subject, Zach. Why don't we? All right, let's get to it. First of all, we'll take a look at Heil Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. We already showed you this. We won't be able to do this live the whole time unless it becomes tornado warned, and then we'll stay on it. And there will be the potential for storms to start rotating as this upper level energy really starts to swing in later on this evening. So we've got a time window from about 4 to 8 o'clock in the evening, a 4-hour window where these winds and the storms are really going to crank up. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look here at Mega Doppler, and we're bringing that up full right now. And so we'll take a look at this as we move off to our west. There's the storm that's starting to approach the Rogers area. We've got several cameras that we can look at, including our Rogers camera. So if we check out Rogers Pinnacle Parkway Towers, that's looking off to the west-southwest, and we can see that storm that's approaching. Springdale, Arkansas Children's, there's the cell that's off to the west. This is a little bit to the north now of Arkansas Children's northwest. So let's move that camera and kind of turn it more northerly. And then, of course, we got Fulbright Junior High that's got the storm as well that's beginning to approach. You know, we didn't say zero, Emily. We actually had a 20%. And, yeah, I would say that this storm well overperformed what it was expected to do. The models did not have this type of rain, and you know, sometimes models really struggle with development, and this was definitely the case today. It's such an intense system that we have that potential for storms. But as we take a look here at Heil Heating Cooling Mega Doppler, again, these storms are going to be moving out really quickly of the Benton, Washington County area. So here is a look at the hail that's currently associated with this cell. We've got it basically just to the northeast of XNA. So I'm going to zoom way in, and you'll see Fulbright Junior High. So Fulbright Junior High is literally going to get the hail core right now. And if we look here, we could probably see that starting to come down. Let's just keep on this camera here for a little while. All right, so let's take a look here before we dump off of this. We just want to let you know there is a tornado watch that's for our eastern weather coverage area. And this makes sense because the storms as they move east are going to encounter quite a bit of wind shear, favorable ingredients for storms, and severe weather. The likelihood of a tornado in Lowell is very low because these storms are just now developing. As we mentioned, the storms are organizing over Benton and Washington County, and then they materialize and get mature as they get farther east, right, Zach?
Yeah, and we see that the atmosphere right now is very volatile.
Yeah.
We have these southwest winds really cranking up. Wind shear is there, the instability is there, and we're seeing some hail.
Yeah. So we have a coworker that's especially freaked out and scared of storms, and we're watching this closely. So right now, there's no rotation with this to be concerned with. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. It's for 60 miles per hour winds, and you can see that also quarter-size hail, 1 inch in diameter or larger. I know you're asking about Huntsville. Let's take a look here at what we've got. Here is the very latest warning. This just looks nuts. This is like a spilled bucket of paint. But what you've got is a severe thunderstorm warning. That severe thunderstorm warning is going until, as you see, 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock in the evening, a severe thunderstorm warning. Got another severe thunderstorm warning. That's for southwest Missouri. That includes McDonald and western Berry County. That goes until 4:45. 70 miles per hour winds. These storms are racing off to the northeast, too. Now, the farther east they go, the better the tornado potential. And you can see that we've got so many things on top of each other that it's not even showing the tornado watch. It shows the red flag fire warning, which in this case, a warning is more greater priority than a tornado watch. but just had hail southwest Bentonville for about 30 seconds. Yeah, these cells, if they do provide hail, will be coming in really fast and then moving out really quickly as well. So here's the good news, everyone. If you're watching on the I-49 corridor, yes, we're seeing severe weather. That's the reason we launched this stream. But we are not going to have tornado potential over Bentonville. The storm's gone. These storms are not tornado warned, nor are they going to be, because they're just now organizing. The ingredients are not in place over Benton and Washington County. They are, however, in place for areas farther east, as we mentioned with that tornado watch. So we still have a lot of things that we have to do to get ready for this newscast, but this is what I want to show you. We're going to take the red flag fire warning off of here, and we're just going to put the tornado watch that goes until 11 o'clock. Now, here's the thing. This will not go until 11 o'clock for our area. This is only the entire watch that goes until 11 o'clock. These storms are going to be out of here by at least 7, 8 o'clock at the very, very latest. So other than that, the tornado watch, yes, it's there for Madison County. It's there for Carroll County. It's there for Boone County, and it's there for Newton County, as well as Franklin, Johnson, and Logan County. So in our weather coverage area, we have these counties that are included in the tornado watch. It goes until 11 o'clock because, as you can see, that goes all the way up to St. Louis. And that's how long the watch will continue for them. So we will probably drop the watch, as this is a short fuse potential for severe weather that will drop off pretty quickly. So that's good news for that. Now, if we look at the latest Storm Prediction Center outlook, you'll see some changes. Number one, you'll notice that risk now has shifted west, and rightfully so, because the models have struggled to produce rainfall today. This is great that we're seeing rain, which might alleviate the fire danger. And these are not dry thunderstorms. We did have that in the morning, essentially, but these are more heavier rain. Zach, what we got there, Rogers?
Yes, yeah. Rogers looking north.
Check that out. That's the back edge of the storm right there, and you can see how heavy the rain is off in the distance. But at the same time, you can also see how high base these storms are. So why are the ingredients better farther east? Well, they've got higher dew points, they got more instability, and they're going to be getting greater shear as these storms make their way eastward. So if we look at the tornado potential, you'll notice that, hey, what went on there? That was weird, huh? I think I might have hit enter accidentally as I was grabbing the mouse. So let's go back to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Here's a look at the risk. You've got a level 1 that now clips all the way to western sections of our weather coverage area, including eastern Benton, eastern Washington County. You look at the tornado potential, and now it's got a low-end threat just basically in our eastern weather coverage area. So it's very, very close. And this is backed up a little bit where the tornado potential now makes it all the way, even though it's very low, it's in eastern Benton and eastern Washington County. If we look at the wind threat, you'll notice that's also on the low end side, and the hail threat. Now, thankfully, we aren't in this area. The storms are going to be organizing, and in a major way, later on this evening. This is a pretty intense storm system. So intense that the models are just basically stinking and trying to produce precipitation, aren't they, Zach?
Yeah, we have this dry line coming in. It's really going to sap the moisture out.
Another thing, too, is it's going to kick up a lot of dust. Behind these storms, we're about to see a brownish sky from all the dust that's getting kicked up out west. We can already start to see the beginning stages of this. This is what the computer model shows at 4 o'clock. Barely showers, and yet we go to the radar, and you've got severe thunderstorm warning. So it's overperforming. This is a great example of a storm that's overperforming its expectations according to the models. And then watch what happens later on in time. That energy starts to swing in, and forget this thing. I'm not even going to show it anymore. That's way underdone. It doesn't even have thunderstorms. This is a better example of what you can expect. Look at all those winds, though. Those wind particles are crazy. So here's a look at the storms right there. I think 6, 7 o'clock in the evening in eastern sections of our weather coverage area, Boone and Newton County and Johnson County, those areas really need to watch. Not only that, but there's helicity tracks that are showing. So that's what we're looking at. And, the models are terrible. They barely have, look at this. This is what they have at 4:30. Not even a storm over Benton or Washington County. And that's not the case. That's what's actually happening. That's what it shows is happening. So a lot of times when you guys ask exactly what time a storm's going to move in, when we're going to see that potential for severe weather, that's the reason why we can't do it down to the minute. It's just impossible because these computer model forecasts don't get the storm development correctly. So
But we see the energy, we see the size of this storm system. So that's why we're thinking that even if the short range models don't show storms, that they're definitely possible.
yeah, rain is letting up in western Benton. That's how fast these storms are moving so quickly. Let's do a storm track on them and we'll show exactly where these storms are headed. But they are moving out so fast over our area that before you know it, the storms are going to be gone. They're moving at about 60 miles per hour. So they're definitely on the quick side. But if we take a look here at this radar, and we'll show you exactly where these storms are and where they're headed and additional storms that are popping up. This says moving northeast at 95 miles per hour. That's what it says the motion is.
That is racing.
That is one of the fastest storm motions that I've seen in a while. That might be a little too quick. We'd have to see. This one said 60 miles per hour. So
Traffic's going pretty slow on 49.
yeah, there's a lot of heavy rain that's coming down. So you've got that on weather
two.
Weather 2. Yeah, here's iDrive right here. This gives you an idea of what the traffic looks like. So a little slow, some heavy downpours coming. Yeah, that seems a little strong here for the storm motion. 82 knots. That's pretty fast, Zach.
Yeah.
And maybe that is. Let me know if you guys got any wind with that, essentially. So, all right, here's the deal. We've got to get ready for our newscast. We wanted to let you know about the severe thunderstorm warning. That's actually going to go until 5 o'clock this evening. There are additional storms that are popping up, and these are essentially, I agree with it. It is 90. It's moving close to 100 miles per hour. That's crazy, Zach. That's a really fast motion. But here's a look at what we've got with additional cells. And remember, everything's quiet off to the east. Now, if we look at a visible satellite image, Zach, I'm going to show you this. You can actually see this storm system and the dust that's getting kicked up out ahead of it. So here's a look. All this looks like cloud cover. This is not cloud cover, Zach. This is all dust right here, this dark gray. And in fact, the way to show you that is to look at the visibility or look at the visible satellite. Look, you can actually see that dust getting kicked up.
And isn't that a lot of that is smoke too?
Some of it's smoke as well. Some of it's smoke, but this is where the smoke is. Look at these fires that are going on as this loops and animates. There you'll see fires that are going on. So we do have some fires that are happening in north central Oklahoma. We're not dry yet because we have these thunderstorms, but here you can see those smoke plumes lifting northeastward, additional smoke plumes that are south of Enid that are moving northeast, and then you can see that dust that's about to move in. So this is all behind the line. So if we were to look at Decatur and look off to the west in Decatur, we would probably start seeing that dust. Yeah. So you could kind of see that brownish sky. Dust is coming in here real soon. Yeah, definitely high winds. Now the winds are expected to pick up, and by the way, that some changes to the wind advisory or to the high wind warning that goes until, I'm used to saying wind advisory, but it's a high wind warning and it goes until 10 o'clock, and the red flag fire warning goes until 10 o'clock. And here's one of the reasons that tornado potential is greater farther east, because we look at Harrison's weather, or we look at Huntsville. Look, it's totally sunny. And that sunshine leading to more instability and higher moisture, and that's going to be fuel for thunderstorms. We can look at the dew points here, and that's the wide region. Here's the dew points only in the lower 50s. Bring that up. The dew points are only in the lower 50s, but they're surging northward. So that might be our saving grace in terms of tornado potential. We may just dodge this, but I don't think so for areas to the east. Look at those deeper dew points that are returning, 63 dew points, and then really moist air in Louisiana, which will set up a storm.
Yeah, it's a very unusual setup for us because the dry line doesn't usually come out this far east. And that's why we're seeing these isolated supercells fire up.
No, I appreciate that. Look at Justin talking. Oklahoma again. He's an Oklahoma legend, though. Gary England's the Oklahoma legend, but really freaked out in northern Boone County. Well, Rebecca, it does appear that there will be the potential for a storm moving in northern Boone County, but the good news is we've got that Gaither Mountain WeatherBug Network camera. It's got an amazing view. We can track these storms as we're watching them. This is a view from Gaither Mountain. Marble, like I said, Brandon, we don't know exactly when a storm will move in because the models are pull up the Gettner. We don't know. The models are doing terrible. They don't show storms, so we can't extrapolate that out and look at what's happening. Okay, guys, we got 20 minutes to the newscast. I'm going to be off the top. I've got a lot to get ready for it in order to provide a good newscast for everybody. The warning has dropped. So the severe thunderstorm warning is gone. So it's a great time to drop our severe weather coverage, as we will continue to watch it. If a tornado warning gets issued, we will let you know about it. We'll hop on here. We'll also provide updates, and you'll be able to get all that information. Of course, you can get all the latest on our newscast tonight. But severe thunderstorms over the next few hours moving through the area. Anything to add, Zach?
Even though we're ending the stream now, we're definitely not yet done. And the second something comes up, we'll jump back on here and let you guys know about it.
Sounds good. All right. Appreciate you. Have a great one, and we'll watch it closely. Again, I do have the tornado tie on just because we have that tornado watch. New severe thunderstorm warning to the north. It's the same storm that was moving 95 miles per hour to the northeast. That is one fast motion. Try chasing that. But here's the very latest on that. New severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Berry and eastern McDonald County for winds. Looks like 70 miles per hour.
70 miles per hour, yeah.
And then moving northeast at 75. So pretty fast motion there. I want to show you the full view of that. That's going right into Exeter, north of Cassville. It's going to just barely be clipping Cassville. We put that into motion. You can see that lifting northeastward. Look how fast that storm moved. With a little bit of hail. These cells are not severe, but they will provide some lightning and rain. We have to watch areas to the east as we go throughout the evening as this upper level energy swings in. One last thing I want to show is I want to show the water vapor here. So here's a look at this system. Look at this, is just massive. Look at that thing kicking in. Wow. Here we go. Water vapor shows this perfectly. Look at that upper level energy swinging through. And what's going to happen is as that system continues to lift northeastward, we're going to get more energy. And then, real quick, there is a tornado outbreak expected tomorrow. If we look at this, here's the next system. This is Saturday's system that's coming into the southwestern United States. Zach, that is bad news. That's what we call a negative tilted ski jump jet stream. We look at the day 2 Storm Prediction Center outlook. They have a high risk day 2 at 1730, which is what we said on the Facebook Live last night. I thought they would go high risk at 1730, not for the early morning update at 7Z, and that was the case. You look at the tornado potential, it's just off the charts. So James Spann's going to have his hands full in ABC 3340 Birmingham. But that's it, guys. No more severe weather for us as of now in Northwest Arkansas. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning in Southwest Missouri. That will go until the early afternoon. And then those storms will be out here, or should I say late afternoon, until, let's see, 5:15, is it? Yeah, 5:45.
Yeah.
Till 5:45, severe thunderstorm warning. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good one. God bless. We'll see you later, and we'll be back if needed. Hopefully not, but
Hopefully
we'll be
not.
back. All right. See you.